Now, let's move on to our third story, our hot topic for this evening. An iRacing dream turned into a reality. IMSA's popular Whelen Mazda MX-5 Cup Series will join the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour later this fall at Martinsville Speedway. On Saturday, October 26th, the Modifieds will have their season finale race at Martinsville, while Mazda MX-5 joins the event as an exhibition race. The event will be a 300-lap doubleheader called the Virginia is for Racing Lovers 300, with Mazda MX-5 running 100 laps and the Modifieds finishing the night with a 200-lap race. Mazda MX-5 will have two practice sessions, single car qualifying, and the 100-lap race will be split into two stages. Yellow flags will not count for the first 50-lap stage, but will be in effect for the second half of the race. Prize money will also be awarded to the top three drivers at the stage break. Will be the first oval race in the history of Mazda MX-5 Cup, although they've competed on roval-style layouts at Daytona, Homestead, and Indianapolis before. The race winner will get $15,000 and one of Martinsville's iconic grandfather clocks. Track president Clay Campbell said this will be the first time that open-top cars will race at Martinsville since the early 1950s. The photo on your screen courtesy of IMSA. Kobe, how excited are you to see the Mazda MX-5 Cup cars race at Martinsville Speedway?
If you're asking me on a scale from 1 to 10, about a 50 to 60, like this is a really great thing to see. Like you said, this is an iRacing dream turned reality. Like this is something that you would never expect to see in real life ever. And for Mazda MX-5 Cup to race at the Paper Club, I think it's going to put on an excellent show. I remember when they held the test session last year. They invited some of the NASCAR guys, or they invited Dale Earnhardt Jr. and O'Connor Zillich was there as well, trying to see if this crazy iRacing idea could be turned into real life. And obviously, they were satisfied enough with that exploratory test session to try to turn this into a real event. And seeing this announcement today, I think it has a lot of people excited. Saw nothing but positive thoughts from people on social media responding to this announcement. And whenever you say Mazda MX-5 Cup, the first thing that comes to my mind is close, exciting racing, especially at Daytona. With the way those cars suck up in the draft and stay close together is extremely competitive racing. Lots of exciting things happen in that series, and really looking forward to seeing what they can do on a short track here. Like you said, Ben, the very first time we're going to see these cars race on an oval. I wonder what type of show they're going to put on, but I think it's going to be a really good one. I'm really looking forward to tuning in later this fall.
Yeah, it'll be chaos, absolute chaos. Can't wait for this exhibition race. One thing that I noticed in the press release, which has not been mentioned by either of you two so far, this is open to everybody. They're not locking this down to championship competitors from MX-5 or anyone from the IMSA paddock. This race is on the Saturday of the Homestead Cup Series weekend. And we know that lots of IndyCar drivers like to tune into the MX-5 broadcast. So could we see a Hinchcliffe, Alex Rossi, Scott McLaughlin even, people coming down from IndyCar to have a go on an oval at Martinsville, a track that they don't go to in IndyCar. That's another one for people to tick off their list, and have a go and bump some fenders and bang some bumpers with the traditional MX-5 championship guys that'll be in this race. I will rewind to the very first time that we did Hots and Knots. I think it was the very first time we did Hots and Knots on this program, and my hot was the Mazda MX-5 Cup races at St. Petersburg in the early part of last year. So I'm very, very high on this championship. It is excellent. As Kobe mentioned, photo finishes at Sebring and Daytona the last few years. I just think we could possibly get not a Ross Chastain moment, but a absolute standout moment at Martinsville in this first race. And then there'll be an absolute pylon for this to be in the champion. Well, maybe even put it in the championship next year as a points race, as an additional, or swapping it out for somewhere else. But yeah, this is going to be very, very cool.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add one more point before I let you jump in, Ben. I know everyone will be talking about Connor Zillich and the great talent that he is, and whenever he hops in these Mazda MX-5 Cups. But if you look at his racing schedule this year, I hate to say it, but Connor Zillich is going to be racing at Homestead Miami Speedway on that day, running for Junior Motorsports in the Xfinity Series. So probably not going to see Connor Zillich racing at Martinsville, but I'm sure the competition is going to be happy because they'll actually have a chance at winning.
True.
Well, Zillich did do his own version of a double earlier this year, right?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Truck race Dakota and then head over to the ARCA East race at wherever it was. I think Pensacola was 5 Flags that weekend.
Yeah, it was.
So I suppose maybe if the scheduling works out, I don't know what the timing is going to be like, but maybe they could try to accommodate them. We'll see. But good point, Matt, as well. And Kobe bringing up Homestead. I didn't even realize that. I guess just pulling up the Cup schedule here, the championship in Phoenix is November 10th. Martinsville is the week before, November 3rd, and this being October 26th, obviously would be the weekend before. So, I suppose puts an even bigger solo spotlight on what they're doing here with not just Mazda MX-5, but also for the modifieds. So, we'll see. Maybe that'll even continue to put further spotlight on this series. But I will be the first to admit, I know very, very little about Mazda MX-5, but every time I see it come across my feed, it's those highlights like you were talking about, Matt, that incredible finish that we saw Daytona not so long ago. And I don't doubt that we could see something very similar at Martinsville later this year. And to your point, Kobe, as well, this sounds like something that Moonhead would put together for Mooncar and iRacing, and we're going to see it here in real life competition at the actual real life Martinsville Speedway. So I can't wait for this. I'm already looking forward to a few months' time here and getting these MX-5 cars out on Martinsville Speedway's track.
What's going to be next? A truck race at Mont Tremblant, or just something as random as this? IndyCar goes to, I don't know, somewhere in Argentina. Well, I've obviously been mooted, but just something as random. And this is, we had the iRacing thing. Fans have obviously gone, yeah, we can make this work. They've seen this and gone, you know what, we can make this work. And they've gone with it. Good luck to them. It's going to be fantastic.
Indy next at Nazareth. That's what's next.
Maybe I'm
a little bit biased on that one.
Hey, there's been Rockingham stories floating around again this week. So, you never know.
You never know. Anything is possible.